All right, folks, this is Celendra's place, or Calendra's. Celendra or Calendra, I might as well say both, just to cover my bases. We're over here in Founders. It's evening time, and we're introduced already to like this really cool spread. So, okay, that's something else. Here's their lot. So as we come in, we notice we're guided by paths. There's like an upper path there. We have some cherry blossom trees that are coming down. But also, just to our left, we have this cool fountain set up. So there's a fountain over there. We have some rocks that are dressing the top of it, so we can have this small pond here, which is quite cute. It might overflow though, so be careful. Actually, no, the griffin is there to drink it all up. There we go. And here's the house proper, and you can see we have this alternate sort of entrance put in. This is just one of those moonwell sorts of structures. And then notice how up top here we have this trellis that is from Priory being set up here. And then right below it, one little light from Herondar. Now, something to point out is that this light is allowed to be displayed outside, but it's mostly because this is not really a light exactly. You can see it's not really producing like a glow that bounces off the trellis that's right above it. Instead, it does offer like a kind of highlight glow, but it's not the same thing as lighting. And so that's where you're seeing like some things qualify as lighting that can be displayed as outdoor decor, but it's not really lighting. That's part of why it's allowed, which is kind of odd, but oh well. Now, lots of greens as we make our way to this upper platform, pass by the Archon door, and then we have like this pretty steep climb right here, past the trellis and everything, and it's made to just be what looks like a platform that supports this tree here. Now, here's what you can kind of catch if you take a close look. You can see here. You have like the tree sort of thins out towards the bottom there. It's because this tree is actually upside down and kind of shoots all the way down because they wanted to get like greater height on this tree. And then this tree has been embiggened to a certain extent, and then here it's sitting on this platform. So you can kind of like see where the illusion, really sets in. Still works, you know. You have to look really closely if you want to notice something like that. Functionally, though, just a place to chill and hang out. Lots of pillows set up. Make yourself nice and comfortable. Grab some books, have a few drinks, and then just enjoy the peace outside. Now, it's a little bit dark. You can't read anything. So that story doesn't quite work out. Not at this time of day. But still a really pretty setup that we'd have during the day for sure. So let's climb down here. We'll take a quick jog around, make sure we didn't miss any details outside. Like again, notice the greens that are around here with this rock garden / fountain. Yeah, some greens here on the side. Anything on the back side? And just a cow. Yeah, hey cow. You know what? Because he ate all of it. I mean, look at him. Look at that unit. He's roaming around looking for more munchies. So that's where your budget went. In the cow's mouth. Let's head on inside and see what's going on. Now, as we enter, it's really tight, like immediately. What's also cool, we're kind of portaled in from this very bright looking moonwell guy. And again, like just notice how tight it is right from the jump. Super narrow, just wide enough to for a doorway and everything. Here, let me kind of close things up a little bit. And we have this whole vibe of, we're still kind of outside. We're going through this sort of courtyard-ish area. And they set up this nice spread of greens right along the outside. Quote, outside. Now, as we enter proper, now we have, I like the layout here. So we have like a different sort of some different sort of layout work going on here. We have immediate stairs that are taking us upstairs. Yeah, so this is a stairwell room that we're entering right now. That's going to take us to another room. Wow. Okay, so let's admire what's going on around here. Then we'll start going through like the stairs. I'm sorry, the door, the stairs, and what have you. Yeah, so like you'll notice here, very, very bright. Now, it doesn't look like the boss is here to adjust any of the lighting, but it just, from the looks of it, thanks to these windows, we have all these like different blue glows that are coming down. We have some additional chandeliers making it super duper bright down here. And then things to kind of like accent it, because they don't really produce their own light. We have some goblin string lights that are being distributed there and also here. Very lovely. And as we first come in, you know, we hit up this sort of living room spot. Oh, and there's the boss right there. Hey, what's up? Yeah, we hit this living room spot, and we have like this, very interesting couch setup. Like, never mind a couch. No, screw that. I'm just gonna grab hella pillows. You know, just go nuts with it. That's dangerously close to the fire. It's very unsafe. Just want to let you know. But otherwise, very fun, you know, super relaxing. This is like where you invite all your friends over. They're like, yo, dude, come over. Let's all like hang and like stare at the fire. Don't you have a TV? No, but we have a fire. Okay. Cool. It better be cool. Otherwise, I'll throw you in, because it looks like there's like, I'm sure those aren't like bloodstains, but they kind of look like it. Anyway, guys, pillow fight. You know, so great way to change the subject. Now, again, really, really bright inside the spot, you know, but lots of use of like decorative things to help fill out walls, whether it's paintings, you know, little things like little buckets, greens are bursting out, trophies are out, trees are, you know, coming out of like kind of nowhere, but it's okay. You know, don't worry about that. Yeah, really neat. Very, very fun start to this build. Is there a secret behind this thing, or is this a, yeah, so that's going to be another thing. We'll get to that, because there are a lot of doors. There's like one door there, a couple more on that side. Yeah, we're going to be exploring a good bit. So first off, the most important spots, the bathroom. How are we sitting? A little trapped. That's how, yeah, that's how it goes when you're a lanky little undead. You know, sometimes your model just ain't gonna sit right. But there's plenty of greens to keep things fresh smelling. We do our thing, we wipe off, clean, and we're good to go. So fun little bathroom setup. Check this out right over here. I just noticed this. We have this nice little diorama-like setup here. Rocks to act as, well, kind of sort of a countertop space of sorts, but this is all just made to be just like this kind of like a visual experience. Fountains, greens, little effigy right up front to like say hello. Very cute. And then we have like these doors here. We'll go by the flower box plus tree plus another moon well. For the extra glow. And then we enter the kitchen. All right. So in this kitchen, very easy fridge, easy to identify. We have a washer, dishwasher. It comes off like a dishwasher because of the way that it's like, because of the way that it's set up here. So let's go with that. We'll say this is a dishwasher. Unless you really want to do your laundry here too, then, you know, it's fair, right? Now, notice the theme here. We have a very unique theme. We have like this purple and like kind of like this subtle greenish tone. I probably have that wrong here. So it has a very unique personality to it. I like that. As we cross over, we note all the pantry goods. Here we have our stove set up. We got big foods going, alive and well. We have our vent for smoke. Sorry, we have our vent for the extra heat, and some prep table in here. What's on the other side here? Tea. Very nice. Again, very unique colors that are being used here. I think they dance pretty well. I think they could probably do with like trying to go for a more consistent theme with like other things to really make that color set dominate the space. All right, so right through here, again, we have another sort of hallway. Actually, let me leave that open. We have another sort of hallway that takes us through, giving us that feel of the outside. And then, ooh, things open up again. Oh, things open up hard. Wait, we're outside. Hold on. Ooh. Okay, so as soon as we cross through here, this is when we entered the outside here. I don't want to get in your way. People coming through and all that. So we cross through, and this entire thing is built. Walls, ceilings, and everything. Yeah, so the whole setup here is being built, and okay, so we start off with the feast. Big pie, oh my god, delicious. A huge huge pie, snacks, someone's having noodles, because whatever, you can order whatever you like. So we've entered this kind of like a restaurant-y area. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is a fun, festive spot. We have, oh, check it out. We have these awesome illusions going on at the side here. And who's playing outside? Miss Murgles are outside. They're off to like some mischief, doing their thing, living their best life. Meanwhile, we're down here looking at them from high above, enjoying our tea just like this, Nice. So what else do we have on this floor? So here we have like just a lot of decorative stuff. Like notice how, again, with the lighting, the colors are just popping. Like check out the bouquet. So many different flowers are being put into like this one spot. Does it match? Yeah, because it's just made to all come together and make this like really cool thing. Yeah, so like the colors, they just pop off really loud. We're used to seeing a lot of places where you'll have like certain kinds of lighting effects, or the armillary is being put at play, where the colors, they kind of like blend together, which is appropriate because you have the overall lighting being set up. But then in some cases where you just leave them alone, or you just put more highlights on them, like things just like pop, and you have like this really bright, really festive look to it. So here we go. Here's like another one of the bosses over here. They're helping to add a little bit of life to the space. Up in the tavern, there we go. Hey, what's up? So they got plenty of stuff ready to go. Even more that's being processed. Like we got some crazy draft machine thing coming out there. What else we got? We got table tennis with pots. Heck yeah. Boom! Nothing impacts your ping pong ball like cast iron. Absolutely. And then again, we have like these views of the outside, which is just, this is great. That's a good vibe. I don't want to drop down. That might be fatal from a tour perspective. But yeah, really neat. And then even behind here, they made sure to like leave the extra detail in there. Actually, I think that's meant to like come back in in case they happen to be working on stuff. Well, actually, it looks like we can walk out there. But yeah, there's going to be a thing to climb there, but we'll get to that. We will get to that. Yeah, bar spread is great. Absolutely great. So now we can, we do climb down. Hello to another griffin, looks like. And now we have this kind of like kind of a park vibe in this immediate area. A little bit of cleanup or whatnot, but now I feel invited to actually take a look at the outside. So we can see how like the space happens to be elevated a little bit. We have kind of that rocky opening down there. And then over here, we get to hang out with all the Miss Murgles. So it's not a perspective shot. Exactly. This is made for us to visit for the most part. I mean, I can see how some things are like kind of like smalled up, but at the same time, we can say, no, it's a Murloc-sized gazebo. That's all. Can't be mad at that. So let's see if there is like another side to this. Because like here we are, here's this spot. So we'll go by the Griffin and see if there's anything more to explore here, or even like under the spot. Doesn't look like it. So can we like kind of peek down here a little bit? Yes. So here's the exposed underbelly, you know. But now we can climb back up, I think. And we shall resume our exploration of the upper level right over here. All right. So again, remember, we're climbing up a skybox room, which gives us this really unique view. And then notice again, walls, 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 everything's been set up by the designer. Very meticulous. You know, you have like these huge, it looks like these are in big in pillars. I don't recall if you can make them bigger, but you have these huge pillars being set up. Yeah, nice, really nice. And up top here, we got some D&D action over here. So here's where the boss sits, the dungeon boss, that is. Telling their stories. Here's the field. What's the field? Gilneas, baby. Nice. Why? Because plans. Everyone's got plans. And then back here, you know, as we're gaming, of course. Oh, delicious coffee. What a fun spot. And then here we have all sorts of like different set pieces. Nice. Yeah, very, again, festive, fun. That's the thing that we're getting out of this. Notice here you have like these slight tilts here as we're closing off the roof here. You know, you see some more pronounced tilts here, but not so much here. But we still have plenty of room to add like extra lighting and everything. Yeah, really good job with the roof. Really, really great job. But now let's climb down, and I think we're ready to check out other spots. This is a stairwell room, so it's kind of a dead end. But now we can retreat back and see what else there is to explore. Because there is a lot that, yeah, there's a lot more to see. All right. So kitchen, that was the whole like tavern and gaming area. So we return to the living room. And then I want to peek here really quick. I might retreat back again. No, we're going to be here. Okay, so so now, wow. Okay, this place pops super hard. Like, okay, so check it out. Like, this candelabra is definitely like helping to make all the colors here pop. The spotlight definitely helps too. But now we're going by this what feels like a trophy room. Awesome. Very awesome. You know, you like here's the actual trophies and whatnot, and here, this is just the statue, but you know, we kind of get what's going on here. Very nice. Congrats on some AOTC stuff. Warmth is a good way to put it. Yeah. It's warm, it's vibrant, and now we have this grand aquarium. That's dope. Okay, so now, you know, I haven't seen, in all the aquariums that I've seen, I haven't really seen extensive use of Miss Murgles, but now, we've gone all out. Yeah, this is super Murgled out. And in this case, notice how I just jumped through? Like, they made no attempt to be like, okay, let me use like the glass thing to try to obscure, to make it feel like it's a window. You don't have to do that. I mean, what they could do, little bit of feedback, perhaps if the budget allowed, they could have used privacy screens, but their budget was full. They could have used privacy screens to prevent people from jumping through here. That's a thing. That's a practice that would work out. But never mind that. Just don't go back there. But yeah, this is awesome. There's a very, very extensive aquarium. Again, Miss Murgles, you got lobsters right over there. Yeah, very fun. Very, very fun. It helps when you have a really goofy look to you. So, yeah, love this room. Love this room. Yeah, I'm going to make sure I get a shot of some of these here. But also the D&D room. I've been very bad about screenshots today, and we've had some amazing visits too. So I'm going to be backtracking later today. Yeah, and that's the whole thing. That's, you know, it was made to be like this whole grand aquarium spot. And I love that, you know, because they went this style, I gave them like full freedom to do like all sorts of stuff. You know, no need to worry about trying to contain everything within the confines of like that one small glass table. Let's just not even worry about that and just make something awesome. I think this is really awesome. All right, so we'll retreat back, and now we'll climb up them stairs, I think. Yeah, so we have these stairs right up here. Boom, 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 boom. Very nice spiral. Oh, and very unique. Oh, yeah. So they dressed up like these beams here to draw like this this sort of nook here. Well, that must have been challenging to like set up too. But yeah, I think they pulled it off. So now we're in this upstairs area, and really tight too. Here, let me go up here again. So notice how tight this feels. We have an outdoor illusion right out there. It looks like it's nighttime by the time we get up. By the time we got up here, but the griffin is restless. They're like, no, dude, I still want to like play and do stuff. Yeah. Close out the spot with that banner there. And now let's take a look at what is here. So I noticed here, I'm on a platform, I think. Sorry, I'm going to retreat back again. Yeah. So we continue this whole climb. So yeah, my orientation is pretty thrown off right now. Because now we're going through here. We're going into this bedroom of sorts. No, maybe not a bedroom, more like a break room, reading nook kind of thing. So we can kind of like vibe here, do our thing. I forgot the name of this thing. This thing is called a Hollow Night Phase Shrine. I've seen this a number of times where people would take it, they would embiggen the guy, flip it to its side, and then create a little bit of like a restful napping place. Then here we go through. Griffin's hanging out. How does he get in and out? I am not all that sure, but it's okay. Maybe they're trying to nurse him back to health, and eventually they'll let him out. All right, so we'll go through this shroud. And this hallway, we have some options. We got front, we got to the right. We have a big treasure chest and a little bit of a gallery up top here. So first we'll go here first. And we enter the bathroom. The bathroom. All right. So big greens here to kind of help fill out space. You know, nice and easy way without eating into too much budget. Here, once again, my poor Forsaken dude just has his knees locked, which, well, maybe that's how it works for Forsaken. You know, they need rails, or they need some sort of binding. I don't know. Now here we have this kind of modern bathroom setup. No knobs, no nothing, but we get what's going on. Waterfall shower coming in right here. Once we're done, take a dip in the tub, do our thing, air dry, towel ourselves off. Any clothes around here? No, it's all good. We just roam around naked. We just get out of here, boom. Open air dry. Over as we make our way into what I believe will probably be the bedroom. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. We're going back outside. So we are going to air dry, in fact. There we go. Oh, great outside. Oh, yeah. Very unique shaping here. And a flag, yay. So, while we're out here, and we're naked, by the way, we paint, we drink, we yell at the townsfolk below. I am here. Like, oh my God, It's Raphael again. He's naked. He's yelling at everyone. Just don't pay attention to him here. Just Raphael doing his thing. So the actual bosses are out here vibing. They did their thing. They managed to find close. In fact, they're probably looking at each other right now. They're being like, "Oh my god, what's Salt saying about us at this time? Just don't pay attention to him, Keisha. Just let him do his thing. Very well, Celendra, very well." A lot of fun though. It's cool because we're going through the passage of time. It started off like really bright inside. We go into like the gaming room. We're vibing, we're chilling, we're drinking, having a good time. Once we're done with that, it's nighttime by then. And now it's time to kind of like wind down. That's kind of what I got out of this. Okay, so here's what's cool. Like right here is where we enter the skybox room. So we can see here, we start to see the platforms take over. Right? Here's like the normal floor. Platform is right there as we immediately go outside. And very cool that it happens to be this climb. So that way it helps to set up the illusion. You know, because now we're like a little ways up, not that far. You notice here, it's like, okay, it's not that much. But when we kind of like let our perspective take over, then it's like, oh, this does feel like we went through a bit of a climb. Especially because we have been climbing, we did do that one spiral climb to get up to the second floor. So now it does a great job of pulling off this sort of illusion. And what do we have here? Mountainous stuff in the back. We have a giant, what I think to be a giant wyvern up there because, again, perspective shot, this dude is going to be way bigger than the one that's trapped inside the house. That's crazy. But yeah, we have like this nice, oh snap, we have this nice little village out here. Very cute. Bunch of dog houses that have been, bit repurposed, stuff thrown on top of them to give it that look. So there's like one house, but then, nope, we're actually going behind it. Yeah, very cool. And they covered like a whole lot of the space too. So like even this space here where, you might not very likely get into that angle, well, you'll be able to hit it. Sweet. Yeah, town's great. Oh, here we go. And here's the behind the scenes climb back up. Yes. All right. I'm going to jog through and make sure that I didn't miss anything here. So we went through this hallway. This happened to be, so this was the kind of bedroom, I think. Yeah, that's the bed. That's the bathroom. This might be sort of a walk-through bedroom of sorts. At first, I thought it was kind of a resty spot. And then from here, this was the room that we came into first, right? No, it's not. Okay, I didn't go into this spot here. So here we have a very small bedroom. So if those two were outside, we got one bedroom and then here's like the other one. Now who sleeps in which one? I don't know. But one of them is down for drinking though. Then anything through here? Oh, there is. Secrets. All right, so let's see what they're hiding. Oh. So once again, kind of like a one part trophy, one part room of experimentation. We have different exhibits of things that have been collected over their long WoW career. Very cool. At first I thought those flowers were going to be burning. I'm like, I hope someone had to break up. But yeah, a lot of fun.